What's up, everybody? Welcome to Coral Sword. We are live in Houston, Texas at 1318 Telephone Road. I'm back, everybody, my favorite streaming booth of all time. And my name is Ming Chen.
I'm Phil Cirlos.
Welcome back, Phil. How are you?
It's been a minute. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing really good. So it's May. We're in
is May.
Houston. I mean, it's Comic Palooza weekend.
It's that time of year.
It is that time of year. But I always like to kick it off, everybody, by streaming over here or just hanging out here all day. You may see people delivering drinks and coffee as we stream. See, the ultimate environment, man. This is the place we've always dreamed of. We could create content, podcast, and have like matcha,
Coffee,
and,
beer, wine.
like coffee, beer, wine, Thai iced tea. Sometimes pizzas delivered to you. So
Yeah.
thank you everybody for watching. If you've been tuning in, you see I pop on sporadically. Always in May. It's Comic Palooza. And then
always, except for like the handful of times when it's not in May. But yeah, for the
yeah,
most
there
part.
was one time when my flight got canceled
Yeah.
in Houston. I was like, well, all right, I guess I'll go home tomorrow.
Oh.
So yeah. Hey, it's a winner. That's a winner that just passed by.
Walked right on
Yes,
through.
Digimon winner right here. One your second ever Digimon.
It's our barista Patricia.
Yes, Patricia, awesome winner right there. Yeah, winner right there. And then I was here for the 6th anniversary party back in February.
6 years, man.
6 years, which didn't feel like that long ago. And look who's chiming in right away. F8
Oh,
photo, everybody.
my
F8,
lord.
yes.
What is up?
Blast from the past. What's up? F8 photo. We miss you.
Good man.
Yeah, he's probably walking Atlanta right now.
What a story.
I know, 6 miles every day. It's inspirational story for sure.
6 miles, 6 years.
Yes.
What's another 6 milestone? Maybe we don't want 3 sixes in a row. Actually, let's detract.
I mean, in general, the number of the beast.
It's just a number. But yeah, no, it's crazy because you were here February. You're hanging out for that as for the anniversary, 6-year
So much
anniversary here.
fun, man.
And like you were saying, time flies
Yes.
like easily. And then just to see this community grow
Yeah.
and the rate it did and everything like that, and to know so many people from other states
Yeah.
who have come by,
Yeah.
hung out with us and stuff like that. It's something.
Yeah, I
something
mean,
special.
listen, I tell every friend, like, even if you're close to Houston, like, you
Yeah.
gotta come by.
Yeah.
You come by, or else we disown you as friends. So, I mean, you gotta support your friends, right? So,
That's very true.
we support everybody.
Yeah.
So, if you're all the way in the Woodlands, you gotta come down here. You're
Oh.
in, like, Katy.
Yeah,
gotta
if you
come
got
down
you
here.
got nothing else going up there, come on down.
Yeah, you're at the airport, you got a layover, come down here.
Come on down. There's nothing over there.
Yeah. But then they get down here and they get it. It's like, oh,
No, it's great.
it's the best.
Coming from someone who lives in Pearland, which is like 30 plus minutes away.
Yes. Yeah, you're here a lot.
Yeah. I'm day one
But I'm like, hey, I'm coming up. I was like, all right, I'll meet you up there
always
in an hour.
without a heartbeat. Like I will be there nonstop. But you're here right now because of Compalooza.
Yeah, so which is awesome. So 10 years, Phil. 10 years I've been going. This is my 10th Comic Palooza.
This is the 10th one.
Well, this is, oh no, come on over. Iced matcha latte.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. That's Joe, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Everybody.
Cheers.
dude.
Cheers. Cheers.
So, yeah, on demand.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I ordered it. I paid for it, but yes.
Yeah.
I mean, show me another podcast place,
Anywhere.
studio, anywhere.
That has it like that.
This kind of service. Yeah. You can only get it here.
But
We've done it, my friends. We've achieved perfection.
everything about this area is just so good. Where's Hunter Pence? Hunter Pence is in San Francisco. I'm assuming doing. Is he still broadcasting stuff with for the Giants? I think so.
Last time I saw him, yeah, he'd been hopping in doing that,
Which has been great. If you haven't gotten a chance to hear him do commentary, there's nothing better than listening to somebody who knows the sport inside and out because they played the
He's
sport
been there for
inside and out.
many years.
So legend. But yeah, no, he's not here with us physically, but he's here in our hearts. We miss the boy. We miss the lad.
Yeah, and then you can't see about either side of us.
Oh, yeah.
There's jerseys. Yeah, Rangers jersey here from his time with the Rangers in 2019.
Technically a Rangers jersey there too,
Yeah,
but that
this
was
is,
for the All-Star game, I think.
I think so. Yeah, where they were able to put whatever they wanted on the
Yeah.
back. So he did the shrug
shruggy,
emoji.
yeah.
Like,
But yeah, no, definitely miss him. Big
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, 10 years. I technically this would have been my 11th if there was a Comcluse in 2020 during the COVID year.
Yeah.
Um,
That's still crazy though. For
it
10 years,
uh,
back to back to back.
most conventions don't invite you back that many times. You know, and I get it. They want to switch it up
Sure.
and they want different guests. Um, but I guess they like me enough where it's like, yeah, I'd be back every year.
So I've had the pleasure of knowing you for at least close to 7 years
I think yeah,
because
about 7 of those. Yeah,
we're 6 years
yep,
here, the
yeah,
shop officially. So I've
yeah.
definitely known you longer than that. Every time that I've seen you at Kongpalooza,
Yes.
you've always elevated whatever you did from the previous year.
Well, I got to live up to a lot to live up to this year, though.
Um,
Yeah, but what I like is, that elevation may correlate with how they've elevated the podcasting program at Comic Palooza
Yeah.
as well. So,
that's definitely oh man, last year seeing how crazy that's grown as
Yeah.
a thing. Like they have their own dedicated area
Yep.
and like super cool graphics
yeah,
and
desks.
booths.
There's like a whole news desk.
Oh, it's so
and,
good.
Yeah, yeah.
But for you on your end, I think a few years back when you got I love the story that we always should tell everybody too about, but like the first year that you got to host the cosplay contest,
Yes.
which is always cool.
Yes.
If you've never seen a cosplay contest
Yeah,
in any
they're pretty.
convention,
It's pretty elevated here at
It's-
Comic Palooza.
yeah, oh, yeah. So like in general for us, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a show. It's a whole show.
But I remember they asked you to host and they gave you like a binder of like the contestants and like
Yes.
what they were gonna do,
Right.
and they're like the time frame was like maybe 4 hours on paper, and you're
Right.
like no no no
Oh,
no no,
Yeah, we'll be out of here by 2.
we're doing this like instantaneously.
Yeah,
We're gonna
not
be
that I
done.
rush anybody, but
Then you and every year since your first one you've done, so I think it's maybe about 4 years now.
yeah,
It's gotten
we try to-
obviously the quality of the cosplay contestants
it's
have
so
been
good here,
crazy.
and not for another one, the
Yeah.
fourth largest city in America, and the nerddom here is amazing.
It's great, and
It's-
people come out of the way to come here
Yeah, for
for
sure.
it, which is amazing. But yeah, for your hosting and each year the skits and the contestants and the quality of everything like that has gotten better. You're really tight on time in terms of like
I
the
try
timing and
to
everything like
listen.
that.
I love cosplay. I love cosplay contests,
Mhm.
but there's nothing worse than a cosplay contest that goes on way too long.
Oh, for sure.
And
Um,
Saturday night it's gonna start at 7.
Yeah.
We try to get everybody out there by 9 o'clock. Like
Easy.
they had a budget until like
Easy.
I think 11. I'm like, dude,
No, like
everyone
we got things to do.
well, Saturday night is one, you're hungry. You've been there all
That's
day. You
it.
probably haven't eaten, so you
Nope.
gotta get out into Houston and eat. And yeah, and everyone wants to go out and party. It's what we do.
It's what
So,
we do.
A lot of after hours events at Comcluse. The celebrity karaoke
Mhm.
is 2 nights now,
Mhm.
Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m. I'm hosting both of them.
I was gonna
so-
say you didn't host the karaoke last year.
I
I don't
think what happened was that we were doing so much stuff
Yeah,
that I
that's
couldn't
fair.
even get over there. Like I remember we popped in for a second at like 10:30. I'm like, hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm here. All right, keep singing. So
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I think it definitely needs like a really good figurehead to like really bring that energy in.
Yeah.
And you did a really good job at that.
Yeah,
Like, that's
usually
something
I
you
host
do
for an
really
hour
well.
and a half. I was like, all right, listen, I gotta go eat.
Yeah.
and we gotta.
Oh, yeah, we got
gotta go
things to do.
party, so
We
we'll
got
be
things
out
to do.
there. But I remember the celebrity karaoke used to be I think 2 hours on a Saturday,
That's fun.
and it's grown to 4 or 5 hours
Perfect.
on
And
2
you never
nights.
know who's coming in. You
never know. Yeah, because we asked some of the celebrity guests to pop up, and usually they do. So
And
it's
what's
pretty
cool about
amazing.
that is if you've been around this enough times or for long enough, you will see celebrities who have been like listed as to appear to the con,
Yeah,
but sometimes they have friends with them
Yeah.
that weren't like showing up to the convention, and they'll come on with them, which is crazy.
which I think might happen this year. So Rebecca Romaine is one of the guests this
I
year.
was going to talk about.
And usually she brings her husband, Jerry O'Connell.
Oh yeah, Jerry Connell's a great dude.
Yeah. Who you may know from a number of projects.
So many things.
Jerry Maguire's the one that comes to
Mhm.
mind immediately, even though he wasn't in it that long. He was on an old TV sitcom, I think that only lasted one season called Camp Wilder, which I'm sure,
Oh.
if anybody out there remembers that, that means you had nothing better to do when they watch TV like
Did
I
he
did.
do that?
There were a lot of stars on that show. Hilary Swank was in that.
Oh shit!
Jerry O'Connell. I think Jay Moore was on it.
Wow.
Like, it was
Okay.
chock full of stars, but it just, and
That's a
I
deep
loved
cut.
it,
That's
but
a
it
deep
was
cut.
it only went, I think
One
one,
season.
maybe 2 seasons.
What was that? Was he in that show with the two lawyers? Is that the same? Is that the same one I'm thinking of, or no? I could be
Probably.
wrong. I'll fact
Yeah.
check this
Well,
later. Anyways,
whoever's watching,
yeah.
correct us because now we're just spewing.
So he might show up. You feel
Typically, he
like
shows up because he loves her so much. He
sure,
loves hanging out with her,
yeah.
and he'll help at the table. And then people are like, holy crap, is Drew like?
He's
And
like, yeah,
he'll,
hey, yeah,
you want a selfie? Sure, I'll take a selfie with you. But you gotta buy something for my wife
yeah.
first. Yeah, it worked out.
That's cool. That'd
Yeah,
be really
I
crazy.
love.
if that shows
Yeah,
up.
they're kind of like these celebrity couples that just kind of love hanging out with each other at cons. The other one's Ashley Eckstein, who
Oh,
plays
Ashley,
yeah,
Ahsoka.
she's the voice of Ahsoka.
Hmm.
She founded a clothing line called Her Universe, a geeky clothing line. She is married to 2006 World Series MVP David Eckstein, who
Yes,
hangs out with her. So I get up there, it's like, Ashley, I love you, but I
need to talk to your
I need to talk to David about like the infield fly rule, or is the pitch clock.
Ugh.
You like it or not, the shift, like whatever weird baseball rule has been enacted, he always has a really good opinion for me.
Hmm. I
And
would,
he's been there, so
yeah,
he's got an
absolutely.
expert opinion.
Man, we got a lot of people in the baseball biz that we're really associated with.
Yeah, we do. It's
Well,
pretty
that's
cool.
crazy,
As
actually.
baseball fans, it's
love
worked
it.
out really
I
well.
love it. I love when worlds collide like that
Yeah.
perfectly, right? Like, amazing. Pulp culture really does bring everyone
Oh,
together.
Dubs, Jerry got stamped by me. Duh. Thank you.
Yeah, he was in that little
Yeah, that
known
little
indie
known
film.
movie. Thank you, Custody Defendra Protege. That's hell of a name.
I'm trying to remember.
Hell of a name. Josh Mundo, will you be at Dallas Fan Expo in June or Vulgarthon in August? Okay, I got
Oh, yeah.
stories to tell about both of those.
Oh, no.
Since we're interacting. Fan Expo,
Hmm.
love them. They never invite me. Why? I've talked to the guy who owns it. Nice guy. His name's he's a fellow Asian. He's Indian, but fellow
Sure.
Asian. But I'm just gonna say right here, I get the feeling that they don't think I'm cool enough for their convention. So, and I get it. They want, their guest list is like super high end. So, they got guys, they want Kevin. I get it. They want Kevin.
Who? I don't know.
Kevin Smith. They want Kevin,
I don't
and
know who that is.
they've got a pretty high end guest list. But I feel these guys are charging $200-300 an autograph.
Yeah.
You need guys who charge like the $20 autograph guys. You gotta mix it up a little bit.
I
Listen, I know I'm not Pedro Pascal or Kevin Smith, or but I but I also don't just roll into the con and roll out and that's it, right?
so-
like I'm there till they kick me out.
So who do we need to talk to get you into this? I mean, like, clearly we need to talk to Kevin. Clearly we need to talk to these bigger people here, because if they have the ear of this guy,
Yeah,
I
I know, and I get it.
and
I
it's
get
like
it.
it's not like we don't know these people either.
I get it.
It's
No,
not too far from
Vulgarthon in
scratch.
August is August 3rd and 4th.
Hmm.
And sadly, I won't be there. I'm at a con in Chattanooga called FarleyCon, so I won't be there.
It's called
FarleyCon.
for
That's a great question. I don't know why it's called FarleyCon.
Okay.
I might be the name of the area. I should probably know
Okay.
this. But
okay, not a Chris Farley reference.
that would be awesome. It was
It would
all
be.
Chris
I thought
FarleyCon.
it was like nothing but Chris Farley stuff. That'd be amazing. I'm like, why are you going? And then
Do you live in a van down wherever? Well, great. Drive that van down to Chattanooga,
Chattanooga,
Tennessee. Come to FarleyCon. Yeah. So Josh, I'll miss you. Josh though is actually oddly enough not here in Texas. He is in New Jersey. He's showing Ghost in the Shell at the Spot Castle this weekend.
Oh, I'm assuming the animated Ghost in the Shell, not the most recent live action version with Scarlett Johansson.
Josh will clarify that.
Or a double feature would be pretty cool, because
back
to back would be really dope.
Yeah.
I would do that, and next week or next time you do a movie showing, I would do back to back feature of Paprika and Inception.
And yes, it is the animated.
Excellent.
There was a lot of controversy over the live action, casting Scarlett Johansson in, what was a role for an Asian woman, but
it is what it is.
Yeah.
It got made. It
Yeah.
was for an
She
adaptation.
wasn't bad. I had
was good.
more. I think I took more offense that they cast like the whitest woman in the entire world, Tilda Swinton, in Doctor Strange, but she also worked out really well too.
Oh,
So.
you know what I think her greatest strength is as an actor is the fact that she's so versatile
Yes.
in anything she does. She can be androgynous enough to be like
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
mysticky
but
and stuff like that.
I had to laugh at that.
Sure,
Though. I
yeah,
was
no,
like,
no,
all right,
100%.
I was like, dude, like, yeah.
But also, like in comics, we both know like the ancient one in comics was like this 100+ year old man.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably not the best representative in a film, but I know where you're coming from.
Yeah. Like, you know, if they cast like Mike Zapsik as Wong, then I may have had a problem there. Like, I use Mike Zapsik as a reference because he's the whitest guy I know
Oh,
for sure. So I may have had a problem there, but as it was, Benedict Wong,
yeah, great.
awesome.
Who knew that a Wong could play a Wong so well?
I know, right? Yeah, right. Wong, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
two wrongs don't
and,
make a
and
right.
he was great in Three Body Problem. I don't know if you caught that on.
Oh,
that was Netflix, right?
that was Netflix. Yeah,
really
very good, very good. Very surprised actually by that. I'm not on the Netflix train a lot because,
Right.
you know, I don't really find a lot of good things on there that they do.
Yeah,
but
ever
this was
since
really good.
they try to sue you for Netflix and
Well,
fill your former show.
Yeah,
you
no
know.
bad blood there because they didn't sue me, so which was good. So,
Yeah.
but also what else we got going on?
I had Doc and Ming Chen, one of the top 5 Asians ever on TV. I don't know about that.
Bruce
although
Lee.
it's actually hard to name 5 Asians on TV, but
Oh, of all time, Bruce Lee.
right, Green Hornet.
Let's see.
I
Trying
had,
to think of yeah. If we have to immediately go,
What's that? Russell Wong, Vanishing Sun. Is that what that or Rising Sun? No,
Or-
not Rising Sun. There was a show with a dude. His name was Russell Wong. Was a real cut, like real handsome Asian dude.
yeah.
That show didn't last very long, but yeah.
AMC had a really good show that I liked, and I forgot what it was called.
Oh
Had-
yeah. The
Daniel Wu?
into the Badlands.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good show.
That was sick as hell.
that was a good show.
Love it.
Yeah, that guy in TV show Warrior. That
Warrior,
one's pretty good.
He's good. Yeah. So
But
there's- yeah,
I'll
good stuff.
I'll take that compliment.
If you're up there, honestly, we named 4, number 5, round up. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, Ki Kwan was technically ahead of the class back in the day.
Okay,
Oscar winner Ki Kwan played short run in Data.
love him.
Yeah, I mean that was like 4th season, so they were it's pretty late.
He knows
in the
a thing
game.
or two. Yeah.
Lucy Liu is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, Lucy Liu.
Ally McBeal,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
I'm sure there are many Asians that were Ken Jeong, dang it, yeah.
oh,
Ken
Kang Jong. Yeah, Doctor Kang Jong.
It
Yeah.
sounds like David Carradine. Like,
Oh yeah, I honestly was gonna make a David Carradine joke, but I was like, nah, I don't think so. Gordon Liu's you're pretty good too.
Yeah, Gordon Liu is a good one too. So yeah, a lot of good Asians on TV.
Yeah.
But
Good company.
I'll take top
Top
10.
five? Top
I'll
10?
take top. I'll take top 10.
Top 10's good.
Yeah, top 10.
Um,
Yeah. Are you looking forward to anything at Compalooza? Huge guest list.
Um,
Headlined by John Cena. Who hopefully we're actually
we will be able to see
physically
him.
Yes.
man, that joke has to get old at some point, but over 20 years, it really hasn't, has it?
No. I mean, listen, he cultivated it, so
He's
you
great.
gotta accept it now. You can't disavow it
Yeah.
now.
Well, I guess for anybody watching and still watching, obviously Compalooza is this weekend here in Houston, Texas. Let's do a quick off the top the dome kind of recap of
Okay.
who's coming.
Okay.
You know, so we got John Cena's
John
coming.
Cena, Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Robert Englund, Amanda Wyss,
You know more than me.
Shannon Doherty, Rose McGowan. Who was I just? Oh,
Rebecca Romaine.
Romaine.
Oh, Anson Mount.
Anson Mount. Yep, from
Great guy. Hot.
Star-
He's hot. He's definitely hot.
He's a good looking dude.
He's a good looking dude.
Very good looking, very handsome.
For in his 50s, my man.
He's big daddy energy for
Big
sure.
daddy
Big
energy.
time for,
zaddy energy,
yeah.
some would say.
Yeah, for any ladies out there and men who are into daddies,
Um,
go say hi to him. You'll be mesmerized.
I'm actually really excited to see him because I have this trend of meeting. I have met every single captain of the Enterprise in some form or fashion. I've
Wow.
met Shatner. I've met Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
I need to meet him.
Where'd you meet Patrick Stewart?
He was here at Compalooza 8 years ago.
Oh man, just I think a year before I came
Yeah,
here.
he was like the big star, and this is back when I had a mohawk, a proper mohawk.
Oh,
And I went to go take a picture of him, and something happened with the camera where they kind of like, hey, we gotta like change cameras. So
Yeah.
I was there for like a half minute with him.
oh, cool.
and
So you got to talk to him.
he complimented my mohawk.
Yes.
He was like, I remember growing up like in the punk era in England, seeing all people like wear it. I was
Yeah.
like, yes, dude, yes, you get it. So yeah, he's great dude, obviously.
Right.
An
You're
amazing
bringing
person.
it back.
So yeah, but yeah, being able to meet, I guess, all the Enterprise captains because he plays
Right.
Captain Pike, Christopher Pike, in Star Trek: Strange
Yeah.
New Worlds, which is a great show.
Right. Have you met Scott Bakula?
Oh, I haven't met Scott
Okay,
Bakula.
so you got
Damn
you
it.
know
Damn it.
he's out there.
He is out there. I would love to meet him. Yeah. So Scott Bakula played Captain Archer in the early 2000s Enterprise
Yes.
series on UPN. That did not
Yeah.
do very well, but that was not his fault or showrunner's fault.
No.
But yeah. So I think that is the only other captain I would need. But outside of that, I think that's pretty much the bigger celebrities
Oh, sure.
there.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of cosplayers are coming. I don't know of any comic artists or
Some pretty
writers.
good artists. Yeah. I none off the top of my
Not
head,
on the top of my head.
unfortunately, but. And yeah, not for nothing. Comic Blues is a pretty big convention. There are a couple other cons going
yeah.
on this week. So, yeah, there's one in Phoenix. I think there's one. There's the one Oklahoma City Galaxy Con. So there's a couple around
okay.
here, but
Okay. But we got it
I
where
think
it's at.
Comic Blues has got them all beat.
We got it where it's
Listen,
at.
I'm not gonna. I'm not biased at all. I'm not biased at all. So I think I'm doing like 5 podcasts. So if you're coming,
Oh,
definitely check out the pavilion. There are 2 spots. There's one on the floor and one in room 330.
that's good. We're doing it again. In case anybody doesn't know, it's not all parties with us when we come out, specifically with me.
Okay.
Definitely. Well, I mean, like, you're always working. When you're on the floor, you're working.
I
mean, let me
okay.
let me rephrase
Technically,
this.
sure. I hesitate to call it work though.
Well, I
It's
mean, like,
just-
because you're out there, you're meeting people, you're interacting, and you're so wholesome, and people just love being.
Wholesome.
No, you really are, because like
Yeah.
people really love just being around you, and there's like I've never seen anybody have you take time to meet anybody and talk to anybody who wants to come to see you, which I can't say a lot about a lot
Everybody.
of peers
Sure.
that
sure.
you might have.
Yeah.
But to see that in person, to know that I'm associated with someone who has that mentality, great, fantastic. I love it, and I love seeing it, and I love seeing people who.
Yeah. You know what else
Have
is
that
like
fun.
that? Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence is always like that.
You know what else is like that? Kevin Smith. I think I just
Yeah.
hang around
You
cool
just-
people who set good examples.
It honestly, it great, and I wish more people can experience that as a thing. But you're always like you're out there, you're shaking hands, kissing babies, you're doing podcasts, you're signing autographs, you're doing backstage stuff in the green room with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're when you're in the floor or when you're at the con, you are doing what you do best, and that's I love seeing it. I love seeing my friends just love what they do. So kudos to you and everything you do, man, because I don't know if you get enough of that. So
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I'm glad you're there every year. So we always have a good crew at the con, after the con,
we try to.
before the con, after, yeah, everything. Yeah, it's fun.
Speaking of, so obviously Friday is the first day of Conpalooza.
Yes. So we have tomorrow goes 2 to 9, so the floor will be open. I think we had Friday last year, but post pandemic, they had cut it down to 2 days. So it's nice to have a legit 3-day con.
Yeah.
This year. Afterwards, you got 2 things going on. There's the traditional Friday night kickoff rave,
Which is great.
which was really great.
I think this is like the 3rd year they've done it.
Earlier they done it. We always go and stop by for at least a couple hours or so because it's just so much fun. They do a
there's so many
really
people
good
come out.
job.
Yeah.
It's big, it's open, not super loud. You can have a conversation. There are bars there.
Yeah.
Video games. There was like a human claw machine last
Yeah.
year. It's just a fun. It's a chill environment.
One year we got
So-
a bunch of Jello shots.
Yes.
I had like a box of Jello shots,
Oh right, yeah. I don't know why, but there were tubs of Jello shots for
but
whatever
like it
reason.
came from that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna get rid of these. Do y'all
Yeah,
want
you
it?
want 'em? Like,
and
yeah,
we're like,
okay.
okay. So like we took it, and the entire night it was just a big old box,
Yeah.
like this big of dimensions, and I was just like holding
Like,
it like
yeah,
this,
Jell-O
just
shots.
giving out Jello shots to like
Yeah,
random
for
people
sure.
too. So it was really
Which
fun.
was awesome.
Yeah,
So,
that's just an example, and that's like the first night. That's like the opening night too, right?
Yeah.
So
there's doing karaoke 9 to 2, room 330. The
Yes.
wrestling. There's wrestling
oh
tomorrow
yeah,
night
that's
as well.
sick. That's gonna
In
be cool.
the main panel hall, whatever the big main stage is. There's wrestling out there.
Yeah.
So normally it comes, they'll do Friday and it's like, okay, cool. Then then it's kind of low key, but not at Kalamazoo. Like they start the party right off.
Yeah, and then so like that's just first night, and then you get into like the proper Saturday Sunday
Yeah,
sort of
so,
aspect
yep,
where
a lot of panels
and you're,
cosplay contests.
which is gonna be good.
Yeah, more karaoke, and just a lot of stuff going on.
So Friday
Yes,
night after we get done with
all
con
of this
stuff,
stuff. Yes, where are we going?
what's the first stop we're going to?
It's a great question.
I know
so
you've probably been thinking it.
Yeah, so I gotta give a shout out. I found a place just opened up I think about a month ago called Nickel City.
Uh-huh.
It's it's I guess I describe it like kind of a neo dive bar. It's
Okay.
it's brand new, but it's that dark wood kind of divey feel with
Nice.
like the old school '70s menu boards where you have to put on
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
individual letters and stuff. Really good cocktails, cheap beer,
Hmm.
food.
Which
They
is always
got
good.
their
We
kitchen's
always
open
need.
until 1:45 a.m. Patio, really great staff. I went there last night. It was really cool.
I haven't been, so it's good to hear that if you like it, I know for a fact I'm gonna like
Well,
it.
we always have a crew coming down, right?
Yeah.
And each year we try to hit like a new
New
place.
spot,
So last year we went to Numbers, which I had never been to.
which
Went to
was
my
good.
friends hadn't gone to. Year before we went to a place called Barbarella, which I'd
Which
never been
which was
to,
good.
which was also good.
These are all the weekend haunts that I go to
Yeah,
like almost every weekend.
yeah. I stopped by Neil's bar yesterday, which is as tradition.
Mhm.
I actually caught Neil. I don't see him a ton anywore. He's
I
very
saw that.
busy.
I was like, what's he doing there in the daytime?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. I thought he was a vampire. Like he didn't
yeah.
come out in the sunlight, but so I got to see him. Congratulate him on 10 years.
Oh,
Coincidentally, he opened a month before I even came to Houston for the first
that's
time.
right.
So we
Oh,
made
that's how you know it's been 10 years because
yes,
you mark
yep.
via them. So
That's
good.
that's that definitely a landmark event. Like going to Neil's bar for the first time. Yeah, it was pretty cool that first year. Like Jason Mewes came over. Someone brought him over. We were drinking Red Bulls with him out on the patio.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I was there last night. It was a very raucous karaoke night last night,
That's sick.
and people were like, "Hey man, you think you get John Cena over here?" I'm like, "Probably not," but I don't count anything out.
Never hurts
But
to ask.
yeah, right. It's like, "Hey man, you want to go to a nerd bar?" I was like, "Yeah, man."
Absolutely. I
Maybe
got
you'd be like, "Yeah,
nothing
man, I
going
love
on.
nerd bars. I'll take you the ultimate nerd bar
Honestly,
in Houston
honestly,
or here. He should come here
he
first
should.
and foremost." John's, yeah.
I would die.
We've
I was telling you
we've
like
had some heavy hitters here.
no for sure. We like not. I mean, Steph Curry.
Steph Curry played Mario Kart
Yeah,
in that spot that you're sitting at.
but like if he came
Gary
here,
Vaynerchuk sat at that spot. He
it
broke,
broke
a
a mic.
microphone.
an expensive mic that we fixed
I
by breaking it
I
back.
fixed it because I broke it back. Yeah,
Um, no, but if John Cena came here, I would
yeah. I
just
think
like
that'd be
that's
pretty
it.
cool.
That's it. We did it.
Yeah,
We saw him. We saw the guy.
yeah. Well, yeah. It's like, hey man, you like coffee?
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Well, the streaming setup's set up. It's like, hey man, sit 5 minutes.
Oh, easy.
5 minutes on the stream.
Well, that's okay. So we're hitting Nickel City, which is not too far
Definitely.
from the con. So,
Not far at all.
um,
Yeah, I
That's-
told them we were coming. So it was funny. I walked in there, never been there before.
Yeah.
Immediately, guy turns around to greet me. It's our friend Fabio.
oh, Fabio's there.
Yeah, Fabio was there. I always run into him randomly. Like it's so weird. I ran into him at Blacksmith, our sister coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
last time I was here randomly,
Mhm.
and he was like of all the places I could have gone to at any time, he was there.
I
So
ran
that's a
in-
good sign.
I ran into him randomly, a week and a half ago. I was at a brewery called Equal Parts,
Yeah.
not too far from here, and I was just sitting by myself. I was killing time. And he comes up behind me and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What are you
What are
doing
you
here?" Like
Yeah.
he told me he just flew back in. He just came back in from his trip to like Istanbul.
Yeah,
And I was like, "Living the life."
yeah. Fabio's a cool
Amazing.
dude.
He's
I mean,
the
first of all, his
coolest dude.
name's Fabio, so that's automatically cool.
He's the coolest
But he
dude.
lives up to it.
He's
Yeah,
so
he
cool.
just won the award like best bartender in Houston or something like that. or-
Yeah, no, he is like a legitimate, like award-winning bartender.
yeah, manager.
He's
like,
done it all.
yeah.
He's done everything, anything you could think about in the service industry. Good guy.
Yeah,
Love him.
yeah.
Love him.
Big shout out to Fabio. Yeah, so immediately I see him. Then this dude brings a whole bunch of shots over. He's like, "Hey,
Perfect.
round of Malort for everybody." I'm like, "How?
He
How did
had
you
it on
know?
deck.
It was literally as I stepped in, so I don't, I don't know. Like, am I
Wow.
wearing a like an air tag that everybody knows when I'm
Well,
coming?
you have the tattoo.
I do have a Malort tattoo. Yes, very proudly, proudly.
That is hilarious to know
Well-
that he was already ready with it.
So I got the tattoo. Like, kind of, I have a deep connection to Malort. But hold on.
But it was like a whole
Excuse me.
backstory there. A whole.
But the problem is,
backstory.
I've now screwed myself because every bar I go into that has Malort, bartender's like, "Well, we got to do a shot now." I'm like,
So wait, are you saying that it gets killing it for you?
"Malort's not good."
No, of course not. Nobody in their sane right mind would go out of their way to order like I will have one shot of Malort, like the way I would have a shot of like some sort of high end whiskey or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right, we do one and done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's
Except
it.
it's not high end. It's not whiskey.
No, it is poison. It is burnt band-aids in liquid form. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are you getting burnt out because you're getting these shots come
Not
to
getting
you?
burnt out. It's just not good.
Okay, that's fair.
People are like, do you actually like it? I'm like, no. Nobody likes it.
But it's definitely rite of
I
passage
like
with you.
I like watching other people drink.
100%. Like that's what I
Yeah.
mean like that, right? Like if you've never been around with our group, whenever me comes around, your like rite of initiation is to do a shot of Malort.
Yeah, and the other thing is they don't really have it here, so
Oh, right. Like it's not
you
easily
can't just
accessible.
get it at any bar.
No,
but
no. You
like,
have to
they
go.
have it on Nickel City.
You have to go out of your way to go
Like
get it.
Nickel City Ninja Ramen plays on Ninja Ramen around
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I think they have it as well.
Interesting.
They like torturing people as well. So we're definitely in the same mindset. Here at Nickel City, like, they have a special shot as Malort and mustard. Just get ready.
I don't even. I mean, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
Did you do it?
not the mustard.
I'll do.
But-
I will be the first person to do it with you.
Oh yeah, well you won't be the only person.
No,
Like,
100%. I know I won't be, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah, all of our friends are. Yeah,
That
that's
sounds-
our
absolutely disgusting, and I am.
it's our welcome to Houston drink. Yes.
I don't even know what to think about that. I do have thoughts. Not good, obviously. Okay, so that's a cool place.
Yeah, we'll be hitting our usual spots. The Axelrad's, the outdoor hammock bar we love.
Mhm.
That's cool. 'Cause it's-
secret groups around the corner too.
Yeah, secret group. It's karaoke night tonight.
Mhm. Oh yeah, secret group.
Yeah.
Place to eat.
Oh, well,
Well, like have you had anything to eat today?
I have not. So,
So we need to eat
yeah,
something
we
today.
should go eat something.
So what
and
is
then,
what are we thinking today?
I don't know, man. I mean, I heard some good taco joints around here.
It's always we're on the East End, so yeah,
Yes.
we definitely got access to good taco stuff here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could go sample Coney dogs over at, at Nickel City as well.
I can't tell you the last time I had a corny dog. It's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, they have
I like it.
Detroit style, like messy Coney dogs over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to go sample that. Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah,
What an amazing concept. That's a thing.
very amazing.
Are you
Gotta love
looking forward to anybody going back to like who's coming to the Compalooza, like Star Wars? Is there anybody who you looking to?
I mean, I haven't seen Robert England in a while, so we'll
Yeah.
go by and go say hi to him. He's gonna have a very
He's
long,
very
line.
long line. He's a good guy though. It's like
really
his
good.
sixth time doing it or something like that.
Yeah.
He's been here quite some time.
I mean, in the world of horror, he's like the
He's the
kind of like the Stan Lee of
he's
the
the
horror
guy.
world. Like, yeah, you need to go see him.
yeah. That's a good one.
And he always gives people a great experience. So
I like that.
yeah. And Amanda Wisp, she's the first person killed in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, plays Tina, and then she's also John Cusack's ex-girlfriend in Better Off Dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She was also in the Highlander TV series. She's in a bunch of stuff.
I love the Highlander TV series.
Okay.
It is so good.
Yeah.
It is so good. How do you feel about? Do you know about the
The
potential remake or reboot?
Yes, with Henry Cavill, or
Do it.
is he? Yeah. Here's the thing about Highlander.
Okay, all right, I feel like we
first
could go
movie's
into it.
almost perfect. I love the
Ooh.
first movie. They built a really great world. Now a lot of people make fun of like, all right, why is this French guy who can barely speak English playing a Scot?
Scott.
Yeah. And then why is the British guy playing an Egyptian Spaniard?
Sometimes you don't
And-
ask
yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
You just
It
accept.
just worked.
Yeah.
It just worked.
Worked.
And obviously Clancy Brown is awesome. Like there's
Oh,
no,
he's great.
He's one of my, no, you're good. You're good. He's one of my favorite villains of
Yeah.
all time. You talk about bad guys. The Kurgan is up there.
No, 100%. He's so good.
Yeah. It was great. And then obviously they screwed up every sequel that came afterwards. And the second one.
Oh, you
was-
missed one of the key critical pinnacle things about the first movie.
Okay.
The soundtrack.
Oh, Queen. Yes, of course. It's great.
How do you beat having Queen do an entire motion picture soundtrack
Right.
to your film? You
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But they did.
But okay, so let me structure this because I have a theory.
Okay.
Do you think because it is technically a reboot,
Okay.
are they rebooting the original story for the first film with Christopher Lambert?
They should not.
Do
Don't
they-
touch that.
B,
They should.
make it an entire new series
Yeah, they should Cobra Kai it.
within that
Yes.
element or
Here's the thing, they built
universe.
such a great world in the first one.
100%.
Yeah. One with so many different stories that you can tell. they weren't the only immortals. Immortals are all over the world.
How far do you know about the lore of this franchise?
I go pretty deep. I mean, as far as the origin story, like the kid who wrote it he was like 19 when
Sure.
he wrote it.
Yeah.
He went on a trip to, I think it was Scotland,
Mm.
but his original draft was set in D.C. The final battle was at the Jefferson Monument.
Oh yeah, that would
The
have been sick.
original draft,
Yeah.
yeah, and it wasn't super different, but
Well,
some of the
so
locations and some of the because another guy came in and rewrote,
yeah, a
kind
lot of it.
like a
A
a
good chunk.
real screenwriter writer came in and
Mhm.
rewrote it, but the elements, the original elements were all from the original screenwriter, whose name escapes me. Somebody can correct
Look
me.
it up. I know that when we talk about the sequels, which we don't try to talk about them for films because they're kind of
Yeah.
poopy. They introduced the whole aspect of like the immortals actually being like alien.
Yeah, from the planet Zeist. Yeah, that was
So what we need to do is we take existing lore and we get to a certain point and we don't include
right.
the alien backstory.
Right. Oh
through
yeah,
all
you
this
can
stuff.
retcon that. That never happened.
Yeah. But I can't.
because it just makes zero sense.
There was no reason for it. But I can't think of a better person than what's his name? Superman.
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Henry
yeah.
Cavill. I was gonna say Chris Cavill.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
then-
think of another better person
And then,
to spearhead that.
the whole story behind the second one is like
Oh yeah.
you could do a 10-part documentary about it. They shot it in South America, and I think the dollar had collapsed while they were shooting it. So all this stuff, whatever, like the worst things that could have gone wrong went wrong. Like there was a whole coup against the government. Like the dollar collapsed, and like everyone just had a miserable experience.
Yeah. At what point do you just like pack it up? Like this
Right.
isn't happening, guys.
Yeah.
Like this is
They
not
should
it.
have. They should have, but they're
Tenacious.
yeah. I guess they had investors or possible mobsters that they had to like. I don't,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. There were some very weird stories behind the second one, which
Yeah.
contributed to how bad it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say they just continue with the world they've built, but continue
Yeah.
like Cobra Kai.
I loved it.
And, if you can bring back some of the original characters as in pop up here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, can't get Sean Connery, unfortunately.
But
And,
he died anyways.
Yeah,
so
and Christopher Allen Bear is up there. I don't even know when the last time he was seen publicly, but
I wouldn't be surprised he's retired. But
Yeah.
he's definitely. As long as I've
But,
known that guy, he's been old.
yeah, Adrian Paul's still around, so throw him in there somewhere. That'd be cool.
Oh, he would be great.
Yeah.
If here's my pitch.
Okay.
Adrian Paul plays Duncan MacLeod in the television series.
Yes.
Who is a loose relative of
Yeah,
Christopher
cousin.
Lambert's
Well, yeah.
character from the original movie.
Yes.
What you should do is get Duncan to play the mentor character
Yes.
to
absolutely.
Henry Cavill's
Yes.
person, where they kind of just go on this like mentor
Journey.
journey.
Yes.
Yeah, mentor apprentice journey,
Yeah.
and then Big Bad comes out.
Right.
Like, oh, we got to do this, and we'll see what happens there.
Yeah,
But
right.
that's the easiest way to do it.
I would love to see more evil immortals. I mean,
Oh,
shoot,
yeah.
you're gonna live forever. Like you're gonna go one of two ways.
How is none of these guys who are immortal, who are like the bad ones, like not multi-billionaire,
Right.
like Elon Musk? Like, imagine like someone like Elon Musk being like immortal.
I
and, like,
could imagine that actually.
But like something like that for like the
Yeah.
villain of the film, that'd
Yep.
be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it keeps it in the modern aspect of like today's standard, right?
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I would think a lot of people. Yeah. Once they realize they're living forever, like they go down a dark.
Oh,
path.
100%. You're either like
and-
Wolverine or
Right. And you do
something
whatever
else.
you want
yeah,
at that
easily.
point. You have no consequences. I think I did read somewhere it's like the only thing you want to do if you're immortal, the only thing you don't want to do is get sentenced to a lifetime jail sentence.
Oh yeah, because people are gonna be like, wait a minute,
right.
it's been
yeah.
30 years. You still look like
Yeah. Right.
how you looked 30
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
It's the only thing you want to avoid.
Yeah.
Is legal trouble.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Everything else is fair game.
But that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
I want to see reboot.
Yeah.
I don't want to see rehashing
Right.
of
And
something
I
that's already
always
been
love you got to sustain immortality. You got to be able to sustain a lifestyle
Yeah.
where you can live forever. So what do? You buy collectibles. You sit on them for a couple hundred years, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
sell them as antiques
Yeah.
for way more, and that's how you sustain
done. Easy.
yourself.
Yeah, yeah. You just be
Which-
like a renowned like art collector for
Right.
a minute.
Which is kind of why anybody collects anything. It's like, oh, this will be worth something someday, and you love it. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
love
that's
it's you're
interesting.
speculating though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're speculating.
Yeah, I guess that is one way to go about it too, right? Like that's the only like specifically like in society now,
Yeah.
right? Like
So
how else can you
Connor
do it?
collected old kind of like
Yeah, he was
military antiques,
mhm.
swords, ancient weapons, things
Like
like
he was
that.
like a curator
But I
for a
want to,
museum.
yeah. I mean, he kind of had his own museum. He had
Yeah.
his antique shop.
Hmm.
But I want to meet the immortals. Like, oh, I'm just gonna buy old comic books and toys, and I'll
Oh,
sit on those.
if that was
Like the
you as an
nerd
immortal.
immortal. That would be me. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'll buy these.
Yeah, I got the
Uh,
Superman
yeah.
Action Comics #1. No
Right.
big deal.
Yeah. For sure.
I'll just sit on this
Yep.
for a few more 50
Like
years.
centuries,
Yeah.
maybe, perhaps. And
No big
yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
We'll see
So
what
it's only gonna go up.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. How come we never met like the nerd immortals? Like, yeah.
There has to be one.
I got like 200 copies of Amazing Fantasy 15 because I knew the Spider-Man guy would be awesome, and I kept him in mint condition. Like a guy like that wouldn't know to like bag and board.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah.
yeah, right.
You guys don't understand. This is the primo thing, and I'm
Right.
telling you, in a few
Yeah.
years. Well, that's cool. I would definitely be interested in seeing what this looks like as a project, to see the reboot as a thing.
Yeah, I
Um,
figure they're smart enough to know what not to do at this
Yeah,
point.
easily.
Yeah,
Um,
you would think, but it doesn't always happen that way.
It honestly, I guess it also depends on who is producing the project too.
Right.
If it's like Fox, that means it's Disney oriented, so we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah, but like, man,
Pull out the
it's such
story
a
for another time.
cool, unique world.
Yeah.
That has so many different directions.
Well, I think it's a great time to introduce people to it too.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, it's been long enough.
Long
where,
enough.
Yeah, there are kids out there. It's
Mhm.
Like, what are you talking about? Swords? Like cutting? Why are you
love
cutting
it.
off head? Who wants to live forever? Like what? Yeah,
It has the hallmarks for making a great series. Like it's
Yeah.
so good, like perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
If done correctly.
yeah.
Um,
I almost met Christopher Lambert once. He was supposed to be at this con in Calgary that I was going to.
wow, I
And
didn't
he
even
was the
know he
last
did
second-
cons.
I guess he did a few back in the day.
Okay.
And it was kind of a last minute, so I rush ordered my favorite Highlander poster to Canada, so it wasn't cheap. And then I got it, and I got there, and they're like, "Hey, his mom's sick, he had to cancel."
Damn.
It's like, dang it! So I still have this Highlander poster, and somebody was like, "Oh, well, you can go get Adrian Paul to sign it." I'm like, "Listen,
No.
I love the TV show, love Adrian
What's the equivalent
Paul,
of that? Like that's like
but
giving you Kevin Smith's picture and asking you to sign it,
right, yes,
right?
yeah,
like
yeah, pretty much.
who
Yeah.
does that?
Yeah, out of just morally, I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never do that. So,
But that, yeah, what an interesting. How long ago was that?
it was 7 years ago, so I don't
Oh,
think
wow.
he's done one since. So I think he's just kind of hanging out. And he's
Yeah.
he's getting older, so
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool people like that.
yeah,
Which-
would have loved to have met him though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Trying to think of someone else like an older actor like that. Gene Hackman would have been one.
yeah, he's up there. He's in his 90s, man.
Yeah.
He's still kicking, but he's a little older now. He's
Yeah,
not gonna be doing any conventions.
No, 100% that. But like, given the opportunity to like just meet him before, because he retired pretty early and
Yeah.
silently too.
Yeah,
In, like,
legend,
early
though, man.
2000s. Oh.
Legend.
Everything he does is great. But yeah, who's someone that do you have like a short list of people that you have yet to meet that you would like to meet, like that you're able to meet, right? Like clearly couldn't do Gene Hackman, like we're just saying.
Yeah, I mean, any of the great Asians, Jackie Chan would be cool. Jet
Oh.
Li would be cool. Like they're also getting older. They're pretty.
Yeah.
They don't do conventions, so they're not very accessible
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, I met Keanu Reeves briefly, but I would love another chance to meet him again.
I would love to meet him. I saw his band play. They came here to Houston.
Oh, Dogstar.
Yeah, they came here to Houston House of Blues. It was surprisingly good.
Yeah,
But he's definitely I think he can kind of tell the type of person he is. He has stage presence, obviously. He's
Yeah.
charismatic to that degree. But as soon as the concert was over, he like introverted back out.
yeah.
He was like, okay, I'm back into like regular
Oh,
Keanu.
Keanu, okay,
yeah,
yeah.
like no longer
Oh,
that.
so he's he goes like he's
Yeah.
he's on musician mode.
Yeah, which is great. But like again, to see him like how he would be like a person,
Yeah.
great.
Ian McShane would be cool. Yeah, I'm going all John
Ooh,
Wick.
John
but,
Wick, yeah.
or Deadwood, but yeah, Ian McShane would be pretty cool.
Always liked him. My favorite roles from him is Tai Lung in Kung Fu Panda 1.
Yeah.
I loved
Tai
him
Lung.
as a villain, as that
Yeah.
character in the first Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good list. I guess they don't really do a lot of cons.
No,
you don't
yeah, at
really
all.
see. So yeah, that's makes it more difficult to be
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah, because you're how many more cons do you have for this rest of the year?
That's a great. Here, you want to do the countdown?
Oh
I'll tell you
shoot.
everywhere I'm going to for the
Oh
rest of the
shoot.
year.
The countdown.
Yes. Well, it's why you're asking, and if anybody cares. So Houston this week, Nashville next week.
Hold
Then
on, hold on, hold on. You keep counting. I'm gonna
so
ask
that's
the
two.
question of the over under of what we
Oh,
think in total
okay.
is gonna be.
Well, we're in month 5, so we have 7 more. Seven? Technically
Yeah, it's
seven.
technically
Choose. That's
seven.
a long time, but it's
Mm,
not.
you do pretty much one
Almost
virtually
every
every
weekend, but
weekend.
there's some. I have some gaps, and then later on in the year they're gonna thin out a little bit, or I just haven't scheduled them yet. So
4, 8,
over
16.
under.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 38 right now.
Oh, no, you're definitely over.
Oh no, for
You're
real?
definitely over. Yeah, I know how many total.
28.
So, I
I'll
think I
drop
have
it by 10.
29 total so
Okay.
far. So yeah, Nashville next week for Nashville Comic Con, then
Okay.
Kauai for Kauai Comic Con. Hawaii,
What? That's
yeah,
cool.
that'll be fun. Then Washington State, for Washington Summer Con.
Okay.
Then Omaha, Nebraska for OCon.
That's a good one. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Then I'll be in Grand Prairie, British Columbia for Grand Con. That's
That
way up
also
there.
sounds really good too.
That's
These are
way
some
up
good
there.
names.
Then I'm going to San Diego after that.
Never heard of it.
Then the Farley Con I talked about in Chattanooga.
That sounds good. Too bad it's not a Chris Farley
Then
con.
Smoky Mountain Fan Fest is in Tennessee.
Hmm.
Terrificon in Uncasville at Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut. That's gonna be an awesome convention. Then Dragon Con, which is always amazing.
DragonCon's DragonCon.
Yeah. Then I'm going to a con in Williston, North Dakota.
Okay.
That'll be my first time in North Dakota. Then I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Madison Comic Con. And then it thins out a little bit. Chronicon will be huge. In
Oh, hey.
October, the all Kevin Smith convention.
What's that about?
That'll be all Kevin Smith.
I need Dogma. I ran into a friend this past weekend, and we were talking about Dogma, and she goes, "Hey, you want to see something really fucking cool?" And I'm like,
Sure.
"Okay, like yeah, why would I want like duh?" She pulls out this VHS copy of Dogma, autographed by Kevin Smith.
Oh wow!
And I was like, "Where the hell did you get
I know.
this?"
Where'd you get a copy of Dogma?
Apparently,
Where'd you get Kevin to sign it?
Kevin came to Houston many years ago to this old theater that isn't here anymore, but
Okay.
it's about to be here soon again, called River Oaks Theater.
Yeah.
And he did a show or screening of a movie there. And but obviously, if you go check it out,
Yeah.
you know, people bringing in stuff. So she had that copy just laying around. I'm
Oh,
like,
cool.
that is
Yeah.
crazy worth money and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Like that is some good stuff there. So, again, I am saying this in case you don't know. Dogma is a really great movie.
Yeah.
If you ever get the opportunity to see it, do so because it is not available for streaming or purchase anywhere.
Hearing it may be coming back soon.
I also have heard this as a
Yes.
thing through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Which has
I
been
think,
very interesting.
Brian O'Halloran told a little story in Alaska when we were up there.
Oh, really?
For, Arctic Comic Con, and apparently it should be back soon. So
Sick. It's a really good film.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Chronicon.
So Chronicon, New York Comic Con, back in Chattanooga for Chattanooga Comic Con, Missouri for Cape Con.
Okay.
What else we got? And then
Sounds like you're pitting off
be
there.
in
Yeah.
Massachusetts for Northeast Comic Con, and then we'll see. Nothing in December yet, but that
I'm gonna say
usually
like that's
changes.
usually like
So yeah,
November,
people are like, when's
December.
con season? It's like everywhere.
Every day. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of con season. So
I think everyone kind of obviously the bigger ones like San Diego Comic Con,
Yeah.
Dragon Con, New York Comic Con. I think everyone knows those.
yeah, yeah. The other ones are they're smaller, but really, really awesome.
Yeah, I think the smaller ones haven't been to a few good small ones before.
Oh yeah.
Those are
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort and heart into
Yeah.
it, and they just make it fun.
Yeah.
They're focused on fun.
What do we got comments here? We got anything cool?
We have no, just a lot of Highlander.
Sick. That's all that matters.
Highlander TV show's amazing.
Love it.
Who Wants to Live Forever. Julia's watching, so
Hey.
we'll see Julia later on tonight, which is cool. And,
Beetlejuice movie. Oh yeah, there's a new trailer. I don't watch trailers for any films or anything like that, but I am.
yeah, I guess everyone's back though, right? We have Michael Keaton and Gina.
I don't know how I
Davis
feel about sequels about a film that came out over 30 plus years ago. So we'll see.
It's a little jarring, just and now everyone's aged, right? So I don't know. You kind of want everyone frozen in time, right? And when they're not, people start complaining.
That's what I'm
Even
getting.
though like aging is natural.
And obviously, like they, like they did it where it makes sense. Like, she's now a mom.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega is playing her daughter.
Yes. That's cool.
Which is cool.
Yeah, super
But
cool.
again, I still have reservations. Will I watch it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think we're all gonna watch it.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, let me know. Any films coming up that it's on your
What
radar?
is coming up?
I think we're talking
'cause
about.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't know. With the strike, pushed everything back, and
Dude, it's been rough.
you're talking Furiosa, which
Furiosa.
comes out tonight, I
Mhm.
guess. So that I mean, anything in that universe is awesome for sure.
Yeah, gonna be watching that. Not a whole lot. Yeah, there's like you said, the strike definitely has pushed
Yeah,
back a lot
and,
of different things,
I mean,
timing
we were
wise.
talking about this. Like Furiosa's a movie where like people would usually, if it was 10 years ago, must see. Everyone would be at the theater tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen? Are we in that world anymore? It does. It doesn't really seem like it.
Pandemic really messed that up too, with the streaming services kind of
Yeah.
like blooming up.
And honestly, I don't remember the last movie. It's like, oh man, I gotta go opening night. It's been, like Endgame.
Last one I
think.
did was Doom 2.
Oh, cool.
I,
Okay.
I had to see that opening
Yeah.
night. Saw that in IMAX.
Yeah.
Blew my mind away.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Which things like even like Dial of Destiny, like that would have been one that
Yeah.
everyone was like, oh, there's another Indiana Jones
Yeah.
movie in it, and
But like, yeah, that didn't do very well. I think it underperformed in box
Yeah.
office, which is
And honestly, I watched it. It was enjoyable, but the
Yeah.
whole time I was like, why did they make this?
no, kind
Did
of the
they
same.
need to make this?
This is like I felt, my opinion, it was like 10 years too late.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
No, good opinion.
Yeah, like not a hot take, but definitely
Right.
just I feel like 10
Had
years
they
too late.
done that one instead of Crystal Skull,
Yeah,
life may have been
a
different.
little different.
Yeah.
And there's a multiverse out there
Yeah.
that definitely had that occur. where
Right.
They did that
yeah,
before Crystal
yeah,
Skull
for sure. Yeah.
at all. Yeah, I can't tell you like any other big films coming out that I can think off the top of my head that I'm like, oh yeah,
That I gotta go.
I
See
gotta
that.
see this
Yeah.
in some form or fashion. Even streaming ones I can't think of. And then prior to this, before we jumped on here, we were talking about watching things. I know you were watching the latest X-Men TV series.
Oh yeah, that I mean, dude,
that was
96.
sick.
X-Men 97 is awesome.
Sick.
It's awesome.
The finale of the finale of the series.
Yeah,
and
definitely check that out. Well worth. Like
So
if you're not subscribed to Disney Plus, well worth it for
Oh,
sure.
easily.
Doc, I have Bill and Ted's an example of a way later sequel than I'm scared for Beetlejuice. So
That's fair. That's very fair.
yeah,
Yeah. But that was also another one I had reservations on, and it was like, yeah, I'm glad I did come in that with like not expectations high, but just like
right. Just it's
my bar is kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
down here.
yeah. Just I don't know, just fun.
Yeah, it's just fun. Yeah, honestly, that's all that film should be. As long as
Yeah.
you're out there, you get to like tune your brain off for like a hot second,
Right.
and just like enjoy the ride you're going on.
We're so jaded now, though, man.
Honestly,
With
yeah,
all,
a little
the
bit.
internet review sites, just
Yeah.
like no one can literally just sit down and enjoy a movie anymore.
That's so
You
true.
gotta pick it apart, or just like, oh man, it's it's not like it was 30 years ago. I was like, well, yeah, duh. Nothing.
Oh yeah, could you imagine if Denis Villeneuve did Dune, his first Dune
Yeah.
instead of the 80s Dune?
Right.
If that came out,
Yeah.
people would just like thrown up in
Yeah.
their seat because
Yeah.
they would have never have seen anything like that in
Right.
scale.
Yeah.
It would have just blown their minds. But now we get these films, even though it did very well, even though it's highly, critically rated and everything like that. People are just like, yeah, okay, it was just film.
No.
Like, we're great. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's back and forth into this. I feel like we could definitely go into it all day. But
yeah, I know.
Um,
We're used to going and having our minds blown, man.
Oh, man.
Like 1999, The Matrix, mind blowing.
name another like outside of like DC and Marvel comics. Name another like phenomenon like that, because I can't think of anything like that. I think the closest thing would probably like Star Wars, and like that's still not even fair. I'm talking about like something new, original IP
Yeah,
that came out.
like really blew everything out. I mean, there are a couple of them out there, but that's like The Matrix comes to mind for
Yeah.
sure. Where I was like, holy crap, man.
This is something new. This is something different.
Yeah.
Definitely during the time of like when tech was coming out.
Yeah.
And it's funny that those questions and thoughts and ideas about society and culture that were talked about in that film are still extremely relevant today.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah, machines taking over.
yeah, like whoa, hey, whoa, what's new?
Yeah, before that, Terminator 2 was
Oh.
definitely like
Yes.
still mind blowing.
Yes, love it, love it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else there recently that's been like that.
Recently, yeah,
It's hard. It's hard.
it's tough, man.
It- I think a lot of that has to do with I guess a lot of movie studios not wanting to really take a chance on something new.
Yeah.
Why bank on something that may not do very well when for a fact you have a franchise thing that can do just okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to be in these pitch meetings. Yeah, the Matrix. Like, how do you? The suits aren't smart. They can't understand these concepts. But
Yeah.
somebody did. I mean, I guess we credit Joel Silver for like, yeah, let's
Oh
do
yeah.
it. I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like the pitch meeting for Star Wars, like, wait,
I
why
don't
does it
want to get
start
into
at
that.
episode 4? Like, don't ask questions.
Don't want to
Just-
get into that. That's a whole. Since you brought in Terminator, there's something that I did see. I think Adult Swim is doing it. I'm not certain, but it's like the first Terminator anime.
Yeah.
I saw like some like steals of
Oh
the
man,
next
that
thing,
sounds
and it looks
cool.
really good. It looks
Yeah.
really good. I don't know if you saw. There was a Blade Runner run. It was technically a prequel to Blade Runner,
Yeah.
the one with Ryan Gosling.
Right.
And that anime was really good.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see a trend of this be more of a thing because,
Right.
like you said, with like the Highlander stuff, there's definitely room to grow in these universes
Yeah, for
because
sure.
there's like so many stories you can do that are not just like you don't have to touch the main characters all
Yeah,
the
it's a
time.
good way to do it to animate it. So I
Yeah.
think there was an anime Highlander too. So
What?
yeah, I didn't watch it, but it's there's an anime Highlander up there.
That's
up there
sick.
for sure. So
I need to
definitely
watch
check
it.
that out.
Oh yeah, John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick is it probably. Yeah, thank you, Doc Hyde.
Oh, so anything that
John
Keanu
Wick
does.
is
Got
yeah,
it.
basically anything Keanu is in right now is like iconic.
Did you catch or do you know of Shogun?
Yes, I didn't watch the new one, but I remember it was how old I
Oh,
remember
the 80s.
watching the '80s miniseries. Like, holy
Okay.
crap, man, this is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember some of the 80s series. I didn't get into it fully because I think there's like 2 seasons there.
yeah,
I think. This season is only 10 episodes, and it is so.
yeah. I think the other one's a
freaking,
miniseries. I don't
yeah.
know. I think 5 or 3 episode
Something like that.
miniseries, but yeah,
but like it's so freaking good.
yeah,
It's like the best way I've been explaining it to people has been if you've seen and you enjoyed The Last Samurai,
yeah,
and if that film and Game of Thrones had a baby,
oh man, okay,
because it's literally a historical setting period in Japan
yeah,
with samurais and everything like that, and everyone's playing that 4D chess game using people to get
Yes.
their ways and stuff like
Right.
that, and it's so good.
that's awesome.
It's so good. The characters are amazing. It's emotional. The drama's like
Yeah,
palpable.
good battle scenes, good fight
Loved
scenes.
it. Probably
Okay.
the best series I've seen in the past 5 years.
Holy crap! Wow.
I
All
was
right.
like easily. I will debate anybody who thinks otherwise.
I don't think anyone's gonna argue with you. So.
But
well,
it
it's
was
the
really good.
internet. You know, it's a big
yes,
world,
you know.
but yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's really good. If you haven't seen it or if you haven't seen it,
Right,
highly recommend it. It's on Hulu, I think, streaming right now because it's on
Yes.
FX and stuff like
Yep.
that. So,
for sure.
but yeah, what are we gonna get into now?
Yeah.
I have no good segue out of this.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, well, we argue about movies. Like, all right, we're done. No, we're gonna go eat something.
Mhm.
I haven't eaten yet. So.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, we should probably get something to eat.
Yeah.
I saw a comment earlier that said that we should go to Lola's, and you're acting out there like we've never been to Lola's.
Lola's Depot, like the dive bar.
think
Oh,
so.
dude. Yeah, who said that?
I don't know. I don't feel like getting stabbed today.
No, but
we definitely
Oh, here it is,
served our
Josh.
time.
Here's Mundo. Yeah.
We definitely served
Yeah.
our time.
No, dude. I love Lola's.
As a Histonian,
I
for
love
sure.
Lola's because if you go there and you hang out for a couple hours, you're guaranteed to see at least 2 fights.
2 fights, some deal happening in the
Yeah,
background.
cheap beer's cheap
Yep.
there. Yeah, we haven't taken our Jersey friends there yet, so we might have to go there for a drink. Did we take the classy places? Actually, we haven't taken the Anvil yet either, but
I haven't been to
um,
Anvil in such a long time.
yeah, we take the place like Poison Girl and Axelrad
Mhm.
and
Some new places that pop up like Roswell Saloon.
yeah, Roswell's alien themed
It's really fun.
bar inside of a former higher
Higher
end
end
cocktail
ball.
joint called
Yeah.
Stone's Throw, which
RIP.
was kind of a dig on the places across the street from them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Anvil's superior though for sure. I mean, yeah.
But we definitely like any of like the good like hole in the wall stuff
Yeah.
from Houston if
No,
you're
there used to
familiar
be a
with.
speakeasy behind Anvil. I don't know if it's still there anymore. I can't even remember the name now, but we went there one year.
There's
was
a
cool.
sake speakeasy that's
Oh.
attached to a sushi place.
Ew.
I should show you
Okay,
that.
we might have to go over there.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
pretty interesting. But if you're around Houston during this weekend, this beautiful hot Memorial weekend, make
Yeah.
sure to come down to, for one, Coral Sword, because
Yes.
we're open every day.
Yep, we're here every day, and then we'll be at the convention all weekend, and then we'll probably be out after. But yeah, definitely come. I have a table over at Complutum. Check the podcast schedule. I'm on pretty much all of them that are running this week, and I'll be hosting the cosplay contest. But yeah, please come say hi. Please.
Yeah,
We
say
can-
say hi there, say hi afterwards,
Yeah.
because we'll definitely be in the area.
But we talk about movies and
Anything.
yeah.
Pop
If you want any
culture.
merch, I got Blu-rays, comic book Blu-rays.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
got
got-
comics. I got 8x10s. I got pins.
Yeah,
All kinds of stuff. So I brought it all down.
it's gonna be great, and I can't wait to meet our friends. It's been a minute. It's literally been since like the last time.
Yeah, a year ago. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's gonna be good.
Yep, I think pretty much everybody went down here. So excuse me.
It's all good. You're getting used to the humidity.
Yeah, just coughing it out. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we're here all day getting stuff done. All right, got to stream. So
Okay, we do it before, and we're gonna recap the weekend afterwards. So
Oh, yeah,
stay
for sure,
tuned
yeah.
for like Monday or
Yeah.
something like that when
Yeah,
we
for
talk
sure.
about it.
Yep,
So
as always. So
um,
cool. But yeah, Conclusive. Thank you for bringing me back for 10 years. I appreciate it. Thank you, Core Sword, for this beautiful, beautiful place. Thank you for being here.
dude, thank you for being you. You're freaking amazing.
Thank
Everyone
you
knows
guys
it.
for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.
Later, y'all.
Later.